Hey everybody, welcome to my Manatee Lagoon stream. I have to actually take off my earbuds. I promised you this last week and I wanted to come here today. Let's see if everyone can hear me first of all. See if everything's going well here. Okay, and we're back. It sounds like you can hear me, right? Hey everybody, hey Tracy, how you doing? All right, so I have my microphone in. I actually walked here. I'm about 5 miles north of downtown West Palm Beach right now. I'm at the most northern point you can get before you hit Riviera Beach. There's an inlet that goes out into the ocean here. And right here is Manatee Lagoon. They have a museum here solely for the manatees, and there's a power station as well in my background. And I'll tell you a little bit about why the power station is here. But what I thought we should do today is check out the manatees if we can see any, because they're attracted to the warm water. And then we can go into the museum as well. Maybe we can all learn something. But I want to give you a little bit of a rundown of the area here. There's a lot of people in town. The boat show's in town in full swing today, and it's absolutely insane. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Again, another top 10 day here. And it's just absolute insanity downtown. They even have the bomb squad in. There's a huge police presence, so they're not taking any chances at the boat show. Today is the first day of the boat show, and it'll go, I think, through Sunday. So hopefully we'll have a chance to go check out the boat show too. There's an art exhibit as well that's happening at the Palm Beach Convention Center. William Quigley's back in town. He hit me up, as a matter of fact, and he said there's a lot of artwork that's there. I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to make it there, but that's just yet another event that's going on right smack dab in the middle of season here. So why don't we take a little walk around and then we'll get into the museum and we'll do a nice little easy stream. I hope everybody liked the St. Patrick's Day stream that I did. That was fun. That was fun. I didn't expect that many people to be around, as a matter of fact. So thank you for joining. I know everybody's still busy. What we're going to do is we're going to switch the camera right now. And I'll do my best to read the chat because there's a lot of sun. It's very sunny out right here. So we are going to start right here. And I did tell you something on another stream as well. If you look directly across, you'll see some houses. In between us is pretty much the farthest, widest point of the Intercoastal Waterway between West Palm Beach and Palm Beach. What you see right behind you is the end of Palm Beach, the very end before you see that inlet. Farther out into the distance, you see some buildings there. That's Singer Island. And then over there, you see a large building in the distance. That's Riviera Beach. And they are joined by a huge bridge. And then you got Peanut Island as well. But here is the end of Palm Beach that I've been walking over the last few weeks. And directly across from us, there's a little lagoon area between those two boats. That's Sylvester Stallone's complex. So he's directly across from us, except we're on the West Palm Beach side. So I just wanted to show you guys that. I don't know if I can zoom in real quick. That's possible. But he's directly past those boats. And he has kind of his own lagoon type of thing there going on too. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let's walk a little bit. And this is the museum right in front of us. So we're going to check that out. A lot of people are here already. Manatee Lagoon, right here. So the manatees, who knows what a manatee is? Because it looks like a cross between a dog and kind of an elephant in the ocean. They're very docile creatures. They're not carnivorous. I think they eat kelp or something like that. But we're going to learn about that. And they're attracted to the very warm water, originally from the power station. So when you can see them, they're congregating right near the warm water of the power station. Then we're going to check out the museum as well. So today is like a field day. Nice and easy. So this is a Lake Worth Lagoon here. Then you got Palm Beach Island, the Intercoastal Waterway, and conservation. And this is exactly what I had told you about Riviera Beach, Singer Island. And this is the Lake Worth Inlet, goes out into the ocean, and then Palm Beach Island. And Stallone would be in this area right here. Okay, so let's take a walk. You see the people here? They're trying to look out for some manatees. We'll come back out and see. Actually, let's see if we can see any right now. They're really cute. They're big. I think they go to 1,200 pounds or so. Here's a picture of them. And I would have streamed a little bit earlier today, so I apologize. The reason why is because the signal absolutely atrocious on the way here. It cuts out like crazy, but here it seems to be okay. So you can see the water here. Kind of difficult to see. I can probably catch it better with my sunglasses. So if I see any dark shadows, I know those are the manatees. Let's see if there are any that are popping up real quick, and then maybe we'll come outside again. Florida Power and Light Company and the manatee. So the manatees were attracted to the warm waters that are a byproduct. And here you can see that they're huge tanks here. They actually have FPL and then pictures of the manatee, paintings of the manatee. So they usually hang out here. I think there's a small one. Actually, that looks like a shark down there. Right there. Can you see that? That actually looks like a shark. But let's see. The manatees are big, and they're big shadows. I believe there's one in the distance there. One in the distance. And of course, they have models of them in the museum, so you guys can get a better idea of what they look like. Sometimes they travel together, sometimes alone, but little problem is they get caught in the propellers of boats here. So they get a lot of accidents that happen here on the Intercoastal. So we'll take a little walk inside. I think it's free of charge, free admission for everybody. Yeah, a lot going on. A lot going on this week. Boat show, definitely. Got the art show. A little bit about the boat show, too. You have John Staluppi. He is a billionaire, I believe, who has a lot of boats all named after James Bond movies. And, I've seen Casino Royale here, Quantum of Solace, Diamonds Are Forever, on and on and on. And he makes speed yachts. You may have seen him like on maybe I don't know, Bravo or something like that, advertising. But he used to have a dealership, actually several dealerships in the East Coast. He was one of the first people to import Hondas, I think, into the United States. So he has a huge car collection as well. I think he sold it now. I've been to his showroom. But he is a big part of the boat show because he has so many speed yachts. And I don't know if he sells them or what he does. Let's look at this. What do we got here? Wow. So this is a lionfish. This is a lionfish right here. Are these poisonous? I'm wondering if these are poisonous. Invasive species. Lionfish were introduced into an area of Florida which they were not native. They can negatively affect other fish and wildlife that are native to the area. And that's happened with the snakes that we heard about from that girl the other day over in Boca. Isn't that a beautiful fish? All right, cool. So moving right along, let's see what else we got. That fish looked like something out of The Naked Gun. There's another one right here. Look at this guy. How we doing, buddy? So we're taking it kind of easy today. Hey, how you doing? Look at that. Isn't that an interesting fish? Wow. This one likes me. Can you buy these? I don't know. Everybody loves the aquarium, right? Staring into an empty fish tank. Awesome. Let's see what else we got going on. Lagoon habitat. Where in the world are the manatees? You can see right here is where we are, that location. Guys, it is where the warmer waters are. That's where they come. That's what they're attracted to. Sharks as well, but I think these animals like even warmer water than sharks. Marvelous mangroves. Let's see what this is. So yeah, I believe in efficiency. So I've already walked about 5 miles. It's going to be a 5 mile walk back. So I'll get my exercise out of the way too. As I kind of try to put together in my head what the next stream is going to be for something that will last into the evening. The boat show is definitely a big one that I want to do. There's some other events too. There's some traveling, like I said, I wanted to do too. But we'll see how it goes. We'll play it by ear. I'll do my best to warn people about them. It's never the case though. Okay, so let's check out something else we got here. It's a big animal. The hazards they face. Manatees face several dangers, both natural and man-made, including algae blooms, cold stress, lack of food, and boat strikes. Right. Today, one of the biggest challenges manatees face along the East Coast is a lack of their preferred food source, seagrass. This led to the, what's it say here? Alarming number of manatee deaths. This issue. Seagrass exhibit. If you see a manatee in distress, report it immediately to the authorities. So yeah, boat strikes are a big enemy here of the manatees. Kind of get a good idea of what they look like. Aren't they weird looking? Manatees are very interesting. Pretty cool. It is a big animal. You gotta ask them. I think they go from 700 pounds to 1,500 pounds, something like that. They have a little gift shop here. Of course, they're selling manatee dolls. But a lot going on definitely in town. Too crazy. It's absolutely bonkers. Yesterday, I tried to get to the gym. It took me 45 minutes just to get out of downtown. It took me 20 minutes just to get out of my garage. It's just not worth it. It's not worth driving out of my garage. It's crazy. Downtown, all the knuckleheads, they don't know where they're going. I want to ask somebody, what are the weights that these things reach? Here's another picture here at the top. It's pretty cool. This is almost exclusively vegetarian and almost always hungry. That sounds like somebody we know. Like humans, the manatee raises its young, breathes oxygen, and likes to stay warm. That all sounds smart. There's a lot of building going on in this area. This is the farthest north point of Flagler. You have Northwood, which is a historic district, and you have Northwood Shores. A lot of homes being built between 15 million, I guess 10 to 15 million range, and they're beautiful. It's like Spanish design meets modern Miami. So lots of construction going on. You're going to have the Ritz-Carlton residences that are going to be built about a mile down. So this whole entire area is being developed right now because it's right on the water. Why not? Yeah, ask somebody. Oh, here you can see them in action, actually. Oh, hopefully they'll show them again. There they are. So who's on today? How are you guys doing? Anything new? How you doing? Good. I just had a question. What sizes do they get to, like weight-wise, the manatees? Does anybody know?
We could ask Siri.
You could ask Siri? Ask Siri for me.
Hey Siri,
Wow, they have to
what
ask Siri.
weight does a West Indian manatee get to adult size?
I'm going to guess 1,500 pounds.
It says 1,320 pounds.
That's how big they get?
Yeah.
All right, I was close.
Oh, and it says females are generally larger than the males.
Females are generally
Yeah,
larger?
the manatees in our area are West Indian manatees.
Uh-huh.
So they're typically 9 feet to 11 and a half feet long and weigh 440 pounds to 1,320 pounds.
Oh, so it's a big variation there. And then the females get to the 1,300-pound mark?
Yeah, because
Wow.
think they get pregnant and it makes
I
bigger.
see. Okay.
And also, they're typically bigger than
Yeah.
males, which is kind of.
And they're mammals, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
what's interesting is the male is not part of their family dynamic. Like once they breed, the male will leave.
Gone?
Yep. Takes off.
Doesn't even pay child support, huh?
Yep, and the female stays with the baby for the first 2 to 4 years.
Uh-huh.
It's big enough.
So I was telling people here on the stream that they're attracted to the warm water from the power station, but I understand the power station no longer gives them warm water. It's just there for show now, or do you pump in warm water for them?
No, it does warm it up.
It still warms it up. Okay, great.
And so if you come here on a cold day, we'll have 100 manatees out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the best time to come here is when it's very cold in Florida.
Yeah.
When you have to wear a jacket, you can come here and there's hundreds of tourists.
Wow. Okay, we'll check it out one more time before I shut it down. Thank you. So did you guys hear that? They start at about 400 pounds. The females are larger than the males. Look at this. You got a manatee family here. It's like a school field trip we're doing. Actually, I'm going to attempt to take a walk too. There is like a little coffee shop. There's a brand new building called the Icon Towers. Beautiful apartment complex. We'll do one more round here, see if we can catch any manatees, and then we'll start to make our way back. If the signal starts to get choppy, I'll just end the stream. But I just wanted to follow back up with everybody. Yesterday, I went to a party. It was something hosted for all of the residents of a building that I know. They had singers and stuff, but it was more doo-wop. It wasn't something I was interested in streaming. See if we can catch any of these manatees here. See, they don't all have to be wild streams, guys. Just like educational stuff is cool. Today is not the warmest day in the world, but it is gorgeous outside. Like, it's beautiful. I'm going to guess it's in the mid-70s right now. So I'm scanning with my sunglasses on because they're polarized so I can see a little bit better. I can't really see anything. I can't really see a manatee here. But there you can see the water that comes out is warm and they all come over here. You got Florida Power and Light. Another view here of Singer Island. And in between those bushes there is, on the backside is the bridge that goes from Riviera Beach to Singer Island. And then there, behind those buoys, behind that tugboat, would be the end of Palm Beach Island. There, two most famous, I think, homes there are, like I said, Stallone, and I believe the Kennedy complex is directly behind it, but on the ocean side. The Stallone home is on the intercoastal side. So he probably sees some manatees when he walks on his dock. All right, cool. So why don't we take a little walk? You guys can chime in. I know you're probably at work. You probably have the volume down low and you just want to see the pictures, but I'm more than happy to do that for you guys. Again, incredible day. You couldn't have asked for a better day, actually, today. And it's cool nights. It's like 55 at night, 60, but then it warms up really quick. It's sunny all day long. There was a tornado that woke me up, I think, yesterday morning early. We got this big alert on my iPhone, and a tornado had hit. I guess like 40 people died. What was it, in Mississippi or Louisiana? There was a huge storm that passed through there. I guess we got a piece of that unsettled weather. But other than that, it's just been dry here. And hopefully you're all hearing me okay. The microphone's been great, but it's not without its downside. So everyone's wondering, the downside of the microphone is that it doesn't pick up everything because it has noise cancellation. So if you want the ambient noise around a person who's talking, you're not going to get that too much. For example, right now I'm talking, but you can hear the water breaking onto the shore. I can actually hear that, but you might not be able to hear it as well because of the noise cancellation of the background noises. Let me just check real quick to see. This is still on. All right, still on. Good. So we're 15 strong. That's great. This is a seagrass nursery. I don't know what's that about. Seagrass nursery, where we are growing seagrass to support manatee conservation and habitat restoration. I see. So this is, I guess, what they feed on. All interesting stuff. It's worth skipping school and taking a field trip to this. Day. I was telling everyone a little earlier that downtown, it's absolute insanity right now. They've got bomb squads. They have a huge police presence. The boat show has already started. Today's day one. Every restaurant is super packed of these brokers that I like to call. And, they're all trying to make that big sale, trying to sell those yachts. And hopefully I'll be able to get to the boat show one day this week. That'd be great. And like I said, there's also an art show. Quig's in town as well. He hit me up. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it there. There might be other things that I want to do. But there's definitely a lot going on. So the fun continues, guys. I know it was crazy the other night with St. Patrick's Day, but I really wanted to show you that this is a city, and in the city, a lot of people still come here. It's not just in the towns that we used to stream at. It's just that, we weren't going into the nitty gritty. We weren't going into the crowds. I went into the crowds the other night. The boat show's big there too. Yeah, here it's insane. It's huge. My garage, I was saying, it took me like 20 minutes just to get out of my garage because everybody keeps on bringing these extended cab trucks and they're parked in the corners and stuff. It's a semi-private garage. I have a spot, but it's a semi-private garage in my building. And guess what the parking fee was today? And this is just the first day. This weekend they're going to jack it up. It's $100 to park there. And I think the Ben Hotel is next door to me. I think they go up to $300. So it's absolutely insane. It's more than the cost of the ticket to get in. So I do know that the cellular signal is not that great, but right now I'm walking down along the intercoastal. All of this area with these ranch style homes, I think, are going to be gone soon. And they're going to build like mini mansions here because it's really being a built up area. Few streets down though, there's bad news. It's like the ghetto. It's called Broadway. And there you're going to see things like migrant workers trying to jump on the back of pickup trucks trying to go to work. You're going to see, prostitution in broad daylight. It's a pretty bad area. $100 parking, and that's cheap. That's cheap. Can you believe that? It goes to 150, $200. On principle alone, I wouldn't do that. And that's in my parking garage, and it's packed. It's packed. It's sold out. So they got money to blow, guys. There's a lot of private parties within the boat show. There are barges and things like that. So people are having fun, but as the sun goes down, people spill out into the streets of West Palm Beach, Clematis Street, around it, and all the restaurants become packed. It's just like one huge party for an entire week, but they've been already coming in for the last week already. So there are over 1,000 boats, I think, out there. I might post a picture or two if I'm going to do the boat show just before. I'll post a picture or two so that I can warn you guys that I'm about to go in. But every year that I went, I had fun. Yeah, so I mean, I already live here, so I'm not going to be paying for parking. That's a good thing. But you know, there are people who like to just drive down the street and park down the street just to show off their cars. I'm not like that. I couldn't care less. Up at the Icon Towers, beautiful building, beautiful. That's actually two towers, and they have like a pool area that's all done. It is possible. There's a meat market here too. Usually Thursday nights they have a DJ. Hey, feels from John Staluppi. Uh, I love going to car shows. I grew up with car shows and stuff like that. That's one of the reasons why I became an engineer. So there's going to be a Barrett Jackson Dream. You guys ever watch it on TV on one of the cable channels every year? In the beginning of April, and my friends invited me to. They're pretty well off, but they also do research, marine research, and they're going to have a ship there, and enough for you guys to see over the. I don't know if there's enough there. I've been on their ship before, their marine vessel. It's a research vessel. So I expected that. So maybe you can hear. And I'm going to shut down the stream just because I don't want to bore you guys with it buffering. I just wanted to see if we'd be able to make it. So I'll get back to you on that. I think it's 09155. Thank you so much and take care.